everyone. Hi, it's Sunday night. My name is Linda Dalkey, and I'm with you to do some crafty stuff tonight. How are we all? I'm just having a little look to see who's here already. Hello, Margaret. How are you? Cookie's here too, although he's quiet tonight because we gave him some treats over the Christmas New Year, and they're those long they're kind of like a stick that's covered in seed that you hang from the top of the cage, and he loves them, and he's into that at the moment, so he's very quiet. Hello, Suzanne. Hi, Donna. Hello, everyone. How are we going tonight? It's raining in Melbourne, is it? Not here. It's a beautiful evening here. In fact, it's been a pretty warm day. Not too bad, though. And tonight it's just really nice. It's cooled down beautiful. Yep, nice down here too, Suzanne. I don't know how long for. Oh, yeah, I saw that you were in Mittagong. You booked into a resort. Did I see? How nice. And thank you for spending the time with me. Honey sticks. That's right. That's what they are. Exactly right, Donna. Hey, Sol Vega. Nice to see you. Hello, Moira. Has your order arrived yet, Sol Vega? I hope it has. Be good if it has. It is Sunday night here, so we're ready for a new week. All probably for us here in Australia, it's kind of been holiday season and very, very quiet. Well, it has been for me anyway. And as the month goes on, it probably will start to pick up and get busier. So that's pretty typical for this time of year here. Hey, Leslie. Hey, Janine. Hi, Narelle. Hello, another Linda. Good name. Hello, Gina. Oh, it's snowing, is it? Oh, that's a bit exciting. I know that people in North America don't necessarily like snow because it's a lot of work, isn't it? Shoveling snow, and you've got to get it out of stuff, and it's slippery and all the things. But for us over here, it's, I guess, almost a romantic notion of snow. It seems kind of cool to us, but probably not to you. I don't know. How do you feel about it? You have a sister, Linda. Is she still back in the UK, Leslie? Hello, Jenny. Nice to see you. All right. I am going to get started pretty quickly tonight. Today on my private VIP group, which is the group that I have for Australians, so whether you're a demonstrator, a customer, or whatever as long as you're in Australia, you can be in that group. And I'm going to put the name of the group up on the screen. There it is, Linda Dalkey's private Stampin' VIP group. If you're in Australia and you aren't a member, head over there and request to join. There's a couple of membership questions to join. And then you can be part of that. And I do post things in there. Today I posted on there, I asked what everyone's favorite sweet was from the new catalog, and we had a few responses, but it did actually, the one that got the most votes was the one that I expected. And so I thought, even though I have shown some stuff with that before, we'll show it again tonight because there's so many different things you can do with it. And we'll have a little play with that. So some of you probably know what that is. Okay, let me get rid of that and go back to comments. Okay, she's in the UK. Oh, that's no good. I'm sorry to hear that. And snow starts falling in October. Yeah, that seems very early, doesn't it? It's still autumn. Well, you've got someone else to do the snow shoveling for you, so that's good. Hello, Katrina. Nice to see you. Yes. Walking to school in the snow. Was that fun or no? Not so fun. All right, so let's get going. I'm going to switch over to the desk. So here we go. And you can see my new mini catalog down here. I have been playing this week with a few different things. So I showed everybody the ice cream card I made. I've only made the one card with it so far, but it's really, really cute and really, really fun. But what I wanted to make, I've got a few different things I'd like to make with you, but I'm going to start with this because this is the one that everyone seems to like. Okay, so this is the Perennial Lavender Suite, and everything that is in the suite, this is what we call a mega suite. And if it's a mega suite, that means it has 2 stamp sets and 2 die sets, or at least 2 stamp sets and other stuff. So that makes it a mega suite. So we have the painted lavender stamp set, which I've got right here. Okay, it's really, really lovely. Just there's no words or anything. It's just beautiful flowers. And you can layer them and make different things go on with these. So they're a bit of fun. Okay, and we'll have a look at those. And then it's also got the Perennial postage stamp set, which is just words. So if you end up getting the whole suite, you can actually order the whole suite with one code. It's a suite collection, it's called. And everything, 2 stamp sets, 2 die sets, the butterflies, the paper, and the gems is $221.50. So that's a fairly sizable investment. I appreciate that. But if you love all of this, it might be worth doing, because you do get, when with these being bundled together with the dies and the stamps, there is a 10% saving on those. So you are saving a little bit of money buying it that way. Right, so the Perennial postage has got some great sayings. There's a Happy Mother's Day. We've got a couple of sets. The Stippled Roses also has a Happy Mother's Day, and I like sets with Happy Mother's Day because we don't have that many of those. So when Mother's Day comes around, it's nice to know where those particular stamps are. But there's some really, really good greetings in here. So sending love and best wishes is always good any day of the year. You're simply marvelous. I can't thank you enough. You mean the world to me. There's a whole bunch of different things, and there's some, you know, some like thinking of you kind of ones as well, and a big hugs. All right, so lots of things there that can be used. The paper is divine, and I'll get to that in just a moment. And then there's these butterflies. All right, now the butterflies come in a pack like this. Okay, so there's 8 sheets with 5 butterflies. They're like die cut butterflies. 5 butterflies per sheet. So there's 40 altogether. Hey, Kay, nice to see you there. This is your favourite suite too, Glenda. See, I asked this question today in my private VIP group, and I said, which is your favourite suite? And this is the one that won, which I expected. I kind of thought that it would be. I think everyone loves the purples, and lavender is just such a beautiful smelling plant, as well as beautiful to look at. So, yeah, it's, you know, just beautiful, really. And the butterflies match in nicely as well. We might do something with the butterflies later. I'll see. Now, the dies, these dies match the painted lavender set. So I've got them here. Give me 1 second. Here's the painted lavender dies. And you can see the ones that are kind of like a frame actually cut out stamps that are in the set. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 of those. 8 of those. And then the other 3, these ones here, is that right? Is there 11 altogether? Yep, that's right. So these 3 are like standalone and cut out leaves and lavender and so forth to go with the other items. Okay, so super cute. And some of you may have seen I did, where is it? Let me just grab it. Oh, this card that I did in my last craft along. Those tutorials are still for sale. They're on my blog if anyone's looking for them. These these here, I just use these lavenders and this bit of leaf here and coordinated them to go with the paper. So this piece of paper here at the back, all these different papers are part of the paper pack. Okay, so these are really nice, actually. I think this is beautiful. Oh, it's wet down there, is it, Rosemary? Oh, goodness. But you don't mind the rain. That's good. Good to hear. All right, so we're going to come back to these, but they are really nice. I'll just pop them back in here for now. The other thing that I really, really love in here, apart from the paper, is these. Okay, now these, let's get them close so you can see them. These gems are just beautiful. They're absolutely stunning. There's Fresh Freesia and Highland Heather and Blackberry Bliss in here. I think that's the colours. Let me check that. Does it actually say? Oh, it says Berry Burst, Gorgeous Grape and Highland Heather. So it's saying this is Berry Burst, but I actually think that looks closer to Blackberry Bliss, to be honest. If I was going to give it a name, I would call it Blackberry Bliss. So, but really, really beautiful. They are gorgeous, no matter what colours they are. And I've been using them all over the paper. Now, the paper has in it, it shows you the main colours: Shaded Spruce, Lost Lagoon, Highland Heather, Gorgeous Grape, Berry Burst, and Fresh Freesia are the colours that are listed here. But you might be able to see it also has Crumb Cake in it. It has white. And I think, even though it has Shaded Spruce and Lost Lagoon, there's some of the colouring in the green looks like Pretty Peacock to me as well. So they're really, really nice. Well, they're very lavendery, aren't they? But they're really, really beautiful. I love them. I know, they are gorgeous. They will be fantastic. I saw your photos of the lavender fields, Bronwyn. How good would this paper be with that? Such a great idea. I saw them. Those photos are just beautiful. You plan to buy the dies and stamps. They are gorgeous. Now, if I had to pick, like if you can't buy the whole lot and you have to pick and choose, I love the lavender stamp set, and I could probably find other words if I really needed to. If you're getting the lavender stamp set, though, you're probably going to want those dies. But to be honest, the pick of the whole set to me is these dies. These ones I haven't shown you yet. These are the perennial postage dies, and I think these are divine. So useful. Oh, I picked up the wrong ones. Sorry. Other pack. Try that again. These are the ones. There they are. These are absolutely fantastic. They've got these like postage stamp edges, and there's some squares and there's some rectangles. So there's a couple of squares here, okay, and then you've got a whole bunch of different sized rectangles from quite small to the really big one. The big one covers like nearly a whole card front, okay. So super, super nice. And when I was using did this background, I had to create a space to write on. You can see I've used one of the smaller ones here, but this bigger one here is the second largest, and that's the size. I thought I didn't want to have it any bigger or I wouldn't have been able to see this beautiful paper around. So that's the size I used on there. But I love them. And then there's a little postmark die here as well, which has got a butterfly on it as well. Super, super cute. And then this here makes a hole so you can make any of these into a tag, so you can then thread ribbon through. So these are really cool. Let me get this off. Can you see that die? Let me put it flat on my hand and get it in the right spot. So that would make like a ribbon thread hole for a tag. So super useful. And then there's a reinforcement piece here for this hole. So if you only wanted a small hole, you would only need to have that. But I kind of like this big one to thread a ribbon through. It's really easy to use. All right, let's get rid of that. And I'm going to be using those tonight. I just love them. I haven't even decided what I'm doing yet, guys. Let's have a quick look at the paper and let's get started. So if you could only buy one thing, I think most people, just going on what I have seen so far, most people are probably going to choose the paper. The paper is really, really beautiful. And I've got some scraps and bits and pieces here because I've been chopping mine up and using it quite a bit. I have got a second pack I haven't opened yet, but it is really, really beautiful, don't you think? Just gorgeous. All right, so this side has like the bigger lavender on it, and this side has the little ones. I like the little ones. Aren't they pretty? I like those. It's got like a watercolor background. And then this has got the crumb cake background with the white leaves. Very easy to use as a background piece. And then this one is beautiful, like as a whole big piece of lavender. I think some of these, I'll show you the one I think would look best, but some of these would be nice for scrapbooking pages, like you were saying, Bronwyn. This side, you've got that beautiful lavender, and that's the other side of that one, same as this one here. This one has the crumb cake background. You've got little butterflies and some lavender pieces on there. Isn't that pretty? Look at them. And then on the back, you've got like the Lost Lagoon. It's just kind of like a, well, it kind of looks like a watercolor leaf background. I don't know. It's very pretty. I like it. Haven't used that one yet. Got the gingham. And then this side is the side I think would make a really good scrapbook page. Let me just grab that whole piece out. And you'll see what I mean. This one here. So you could easily use this as a scrapbooking page and then put your photos sort of down here in the middle and keep these just on the edges. I think that would look really nice. The only thing is, you might notice that it actually is directional. So when you have it facing this way, the way I'm looking at it right now, the butterflies are facing the right way, but these butterflies, some of them are upside down. So that means like it's the right way up from that corner and the right way up from this corner. So if I was going to do a scrapbooking picture, I'd probably have my photos in the middle so they cover some of these butterflies and maybe add my own butterflies. That's how I get around that. But just a thought. This is also really nice if you wanted to, in fact, let's do it. Let's just get started and do some pages. The other ones I didn't show you. I don't think I showed you this one. So this one's got, yeah, it's really pretty as well. Isn't that nice? So you got your crumb cake background and your leaves and your lavender pieces, and then just leaves on this side. And that's really nice as well. All right, so I'm just going to start, I think, with, I've got my trimmer here. And like usual, I have no idea what I'm doing really, but as I see things and get inspired, I find I get very much, people sometimes say, oh, where do you find your inspiration? From the products, to be honest. I look at something and I think, oh, I know what I could do. I could do this or that. Now, that doesn't always happen. Sometimes I look at something and think, oh, I've got no idea. I don't really know what I want to do. I'm going to start here, and I'm going to make this 9.5 centimeters because that's 1/2 centimeter less than the purple piece, the Highland Heather piece I just cut. And so I'm going to make it a little bit smaller. And then this will be 13.8, which is 1/2 centimeter smaller than the 14.3 piece that I just cut. All right, so we're not going to do a lot with this one. I'm going to let the paper speak for itself. All right, so this is going to go right here on here. So let's keep this one really simple. We'll do a couple tonight, and this will be our first. So I'm just going to use whatever glue you like. It doesn't really matter. Whatever I grab first is usually what I end up using. Sometimes it's Seal and sometimes it's Tombow. Hi. All right, let me pop this here. All right, so I'm thinking, I think we should just have a really nice, I don't want to use white, I don't think, because I think maybe that might be too stark. I don't know. Let's see. I'm deciding if I want to have I think maybe a different shape would be nice as well. So let's use our postage dies because we have them and because they're really cool. So these are the painted lavender. And then the other ones are the postage dies. So I just stuck everything on top of them. So of course, you know, that makes it hard to find anything, but that's okay. And I'm thinking, what greeting would I like to have? Let's pick one. Maybe this sending love and best wishes. This is good because that's always a useful one. And I also know that I have put that one together. I haven't put them all together yet, but I know I've done that one. So sending love and best wishes. And I'm going to put that on block, what block? Maybe block C. That might be good. Now, here's a thought. Because I want to have this on one of these, and probably this size, or maybe even a square, actually. I don't know. Let's see. It would fit on the square. So I'm not so sure whether I want a square or a rectangle. And I'm deciding what color. Okay, now I could put this on crumb cake and, you know, have it in this area and it would look quite nice. Or I could put it on white, especially if I'm going to have a white background. What do you guys think? Thumbs up, done. Thank you. This DSP, I'm pretty sure it's crumb cake. It's close enough. Look how close that is to crumb cake. It's very close. So that's what I would call it. Hello, Colleen. Have your order coming this week? Fantastic. Yeah, purple is a lot of people's favorite color. Where's Colin Valley? Where's that? And did I say it right? I know the paper is just beautiful. You can't go wrong with this paper. So when I do a greeting, I could use Highland Heather, which is the same color here. But if I want my greeting to stand out a bit more, I usually go up to a darker color. So I'm going up to Gorgeous Grape, which is like another purple in the same tone, but it's just a little bit darker. And let's pop that on there. Now, what do we think? Do we like? Is that going to be too dark? Let's just do it and see. The other option, something else we could do is we could do it on, say, a fresh freesia piece because there's fresh freesia in here. I feel like the Highland Heather might be too dark, but we'll find that out anyway. Oh, vanilla. We could use vanilla. Vanilla would be nice. And I think I still have a piece of vanilla here from the other night. Remember the other night when we see, I've got this piece here, but that's already cut, so I don't want to use that bit. Let me just see if there's vanilla. Here we go. I knew I had some vanilla left from the other night. That's the rose that I cut out on Friday night. Do you remember that? All right, and let's stamp that again because maybe vanilla would be nice. Hey Denise, how you doing? The crumb cake's too dark. Okay, yep, no problem. I was wondering about that myself. So, all right, so we've got our love and best wishes here. There is white in the paper, so you certainly could use white, but there isn't really white in this paper, so that's why I think you're right. I think vanilla is going to be a better pick with this. Now this color, this size here is going to give us a bit of room around, and I'm wondering if we would be better with a slightly smaller one, or if the next one down is going to be too small. Let's see. Let's find out. Oh no, it's going to fit. That's going to be okay. I think that is better. I think there's just too much room around this one, so I'm going to pop that back in. And let's get the cut and emboss machine and bring that in. And if anyone can't see, I can zoom out a little bit and then hopefully remember to zoom back in. So let's pop this on here. Now, if you haven't seen a cut and emboss machine in use before, these are fabulous and they will cut any shape you want so long as you have the die. So I think that's going to be fine. Let's put the top plate on and let's wind that through. And let's move this. Okay, so you can see it just fits on there, but I think that's okay. I think that's okay. All right, so this is going to go probably about here. Do we like the vanilla? Is that right? Do we think? I think it's better than the crumb cake. So, right. Now I feel like we're going to pop that up on dimensionals, and there's a few different things I could do. I could add a second. I could go up to the larger piece and add maybe a piece of the Highland Heather behind that. That's an option. Or what we could do is just put it on a piece of cardstock, like the same color, and just make it slightly larger. And I'm sort of leaning towards that tonight. So let me grab some more Highland Heather cardstock. And I'm going to pop this. This is how I do it quite often. If I'm feeling a little bit lazy, I'm just going to pop this directly here. So it's got like a little bit of an edge all the way around. And I'm just going to stick it on there. Trying to make sure I stay in the frame because a couple of weeks ago when I used this set, I kept on moving out of the frame because I wasn't used to the size of my glass mat. And people keep saying, you're off, I can't see what you're doing. And that's not good. That's not what we want at all. Right, so I'm going to make this ever so much slightly larger than this. And we'll go this way and do this. Okay, so I kind of like that. I think that in this case, I didn't want to go up as big as the next size, but I kind of like how that comes together. All right. Now, there's a few different things. We could add some ribbon to this, which would be nice. We definitely are going to be adding some bling. Absolutely. We'll put this on dimensionals, but I'm feeling like it needs something else. And I'm thinking maybe I have some of these butterflies, the ones I showed you before. And I don't want to have one that's too big. Maybe a small butterfly can go down here. Now, he is white. Can you see that? And we don't want him to be white. We've already decided we've got vanilla here, so we don't want him to be white here. So I'm thinking that we can do a couple of things. We can color him. So we could brayer over him. We could use blending brushes over him, maybe with some fresh freesia, which would be very nice and stand out a little bit more against the Highland Heather. Or we could emboss him. Okay, what do you guys think? Do you think we should emboss him? I would emboss him in either gold or silver, most likely. But I don't want him to be white. So that's why I'm thinking about doing other things. So we can do blending brushes and turn him purple. Actually, we could also use Blackberry Bliss and make him a little bit pinkier as well, and that's going to match in with our blending brush him. Emboss for sure. We've got a few different ideas here. Okay, just colour, says Donna. So if I was, just so you know, if I was, I think maybe tonight, because we're wanting to get a couple of cards done, I won't emboss him. But if I was going to emboss him, I would literally put him down on, probably on the glass mat is the best place actually, and then tap Versamark ink all over him. Okay, use my tweezers, so I'm barely touching him at all. Put my embossing powder on in whatever color I'm going to use. Pop him in the tray, heat him up until he's cooked. If any bits are missed, reapply the emboss or reapply the Versamark and the embossing powder again to any bits that got missed the first time. And then he would be ready to go, and he'd be beautiful. He would be gorgeous. So, but he's still beautiful just the way he is. So what color? Lighter pink tone blend. I'm thinking I will too. Thanks, Kim. I think I will blend. And Linda said the same. You do like the postage set. I know, right? The postage is beautiful. All right, so let me grab, I've got a blending brush here. And let me see, will we go with Fresh Freesia or will we go, if I go pink, actually I might go, we've got a few choices. I'm deciding. Now, Blackberry Bliss, it doesn't look very Blackberry Bliss here, but it is a beautiful color. It's a bit more pinky purple than what it looks like there on the cover. And this one is very pink. This is the Berry Burst. This is the one it says it is like, but actually I think this color is much closer to this. Okay, so yeah, that's just my thinking on it. Can I see comments on YouTube? Yes, I can, Leslie. And it tells me you're on YouTube. It tells me when you comment whether you've commented from YouTube or because I'm watching it in a different place. So let me start with the Blackberry Bliss. Let's see if we can do a couple of colors. Let's be fancy. All right, I'm going to hold the end of his wings. I'm going to use straight onto my glass mat here. The glass mat is great for blending because you can get really, really smoothly on top. So you can see how it's kind of pinky purple. The Blackberry Bliss is actually one of our neutrals. It's a great color. It goes with everything. It goes with lots of things, I should say. And you can see how nice that is. All right, and then without even, I'm not even going to worry about changing my brush or anything. I'm going to go into the Berry Burst. I'm going to do the ends of those wings with the Berry Burst, which is a brighter pink. So let's, you can see it's quite different. Let's do the bottom here. Can you see that? We've kind of got two different colors on there, which looks really nice. All right. Oh, guess who forgot to, why do I keep forgetting to wet my brush before I start? I might have to, I might have to grab a cloth and see if I can do that. I've got a sponge here. Let me use a sponge, which will be a start, but it's not the same as my cleaning cloth. Oh my goodness. Why did I forget that? Never mind. I was so busy setting up before I started. You know what? You know what's wrong with my brain today? You prefer the Berry Burst. I like them together. I think it looks really nice. All right, so this is how he's going to look down here. So let's add these. So this is a pretty simple card. Let's add a couple of these guys. 1 and 2. And I'm going to pop that right there. Actually, I'm going to pop it so it's straight because it's not. Like so. And then this little guy here, I want to put a couple of mini dimensionals behind him because I would like him to sit up. To be honest, my favorite butterflies are the ones that have the open wings, not the closed sideways butterflies. And the reasons I like them is because you can put your let me see. Oh, that's sticking out too much. You can put these guys behind there, and then it looks just if you put the glue dots or probably glue dots in the middle, then you can have the wings pop up. All right, and I think probably the other thing we need to do here, because why not, is use some Wink of Stella on him and make him glittery, because, you know, he doesn't want a glittery butterfly. I should have thought of that before I glued him on, but oh well. Never too late. I don't know if you'll be able to see this, but it's also going to move around the color a little bit, so it'll look a little bit more watercolory than it did before. Okay, I don't know if you can see the bit of glitter on his wings there. Oh yes, you can kind of see it. There you go. I caught him in the light there. All right, that looks cute. All right, but we definitely need ourselves some bling. So because we have this pink butterfly, I'm actually going to go with my my pinker gems tonight. Let me grab my take your pick tool and use that to position my I think another large one maybe, and a small one. These are just beautiful. If you're wondering about these gems and you're not sure what to get, they're fantastic. So good. Now, the other thing at the moment, of course, is it's celebration, guys. So when it's celebration, that means you can, oh, should we do a vanilla base, card base, or should we do a crumb cake card base? I've got crumb cake right here on the table. Let's see what that looks like. And so, yeah, the reason my brain is a bit fried today is I've been working on bookwork all day today. That sounds like fun. So that's what it would look like on the crumb cake, okay? I'm wondering if that looks right or whether I should do vanilla. What do you guys think? Do you think vanilla would look better? Glenda thinks vanilla. How do I know it's a he and not a she? You know what? I don't, and I'm making a big assumption. The butterfly can be whatever gender you would like your butterfly to be. Marilyn? Any stamp sets that have got butterflies in them? Yes, we've always got stamp sets that have got butterflies in them, and we do in the annual catalogue have some nice butterfly stamps. Let me just find, there's one, I've just got to remember the name of it. Does anyone remember? You might remember faster than me. Just trying to remember the name of the butterfly stamp. And of course I won't be able to remember, but I know I had a customer buy one not very long ago. We have one, a host set that's got looks more like moths than vanilla. Sorry, than butterflies. I'm talking about two different things at the same time. It's this one called Night of Flight, but they're not so, they're more moths than butterflies. So there's those, but that's probably not what you were looking for. But there is a set in here, and I just can't remember the name of it, unfortunately, that has butterflies. It's like a build your own butterfly kind of a set. I love butterfly sets whenever they release them. I very often can't help myself and have to buy them. But if anyone happens to remember, let me have a little look. You've misplaced your annual catalogue. Oh no. That's sad when that happens. All right, I'm grabbing a piece of vanilla. And I'm going to get this is very vanilla thick. It's a brand new pack actually. I tend to use the thick, both the white and the vanilla, for my card bases because they're sturdier. Okay. Now here's the thing though, vanilla, the standard vanilla, is not too bad as a card base because it actually is a little thicker than what the basic white is. The basic white cardstock is flimsy. That's why I nearly always buy the thick for my card bases. I just find it sturdier. So let's get that out of there. And let me use my bone folder. And let's pop this on here. It does look better on the vanilla. You are right, everyone. You guys are always right. I'm glad I have you to help me put my cards together, especially when my brain is fried. Yes, under a crafty pile somewhere. Are we talking about your annual catalogue or everything that I happen to have? Because I'm always losing stuff under crafty piles. If anyone finds the magic formula for being a tidy person when they craft, let me know, because I don't know that. And you know what? I've decided I'm 58 years old, and that's okay. It's okay to have crafty piles and not always know what you're doing. All right, I'm going to call that finished. How simple is this card? Very, very simple. We've got a wink of stellared little butterfly here. We've got a greeting. We've got some gems, and we've got the beautiful paper, and that's all we need. That's nice, simple. Build a butterfly. Is that what it's called? What page is that on? Let me have a look quick. Because I know we have one that a customer of mine bought a little while ago. Oh, no, it's not in here. Not build a butterfly. I don't know. Enchanted butterfly. Page 109. There we go. That's the one I'm thinking of. And it's this. So you've got this butterfly, and so you've got the outline of the butterfly, because these are reversible stamps. So you can stamp with the detail side, or you can stamp the color it in, or add the color with the back of the stamp. And these are all different ones. So there's a couple of butterflies, there's some flowers, and so forth. I love reversible stamps, and these are reversible as well. The turtles. Okay, so the sea turtle, you stamp the sea turtle, the detail, and then turn over the stamp and color it in with the full stamp. So yeah, they're very, very cool. We've had a few reversible stamps over the years, and I always like how they turn out. They're fun. You'd like a tiny butterfly. That one's pretty little. Butterfly Brilliance was a great set, Donna. It's sadly retired now, but it was a really good one. Thank you, Angela. We found it. You know what, Glenda? That sounds so simple. You have a place for everything and put it back when you're finished. How simple is that? I don't know. I don't know how to do that. It just seems to be beyond my capabilities, but that's okay. It doesn't stop me doing lots of things. I think the vanilla looks a lot better too. Definitely. All right, let's make another card. Let's go with card number 2. And I'm not sure what I'm going to do once again, but let's go back to the paper, and I'm just going to pull out a piece. Which one will we go with? I like this crumb cake background on this. I'm calling it crumb cake, even though it's not exactly crumb cake, but it's too logical. I know, Jody, right? Oh, there is in the Catching Butterflies. Was that the celebration set from last year, Catching Butterflies? I think it was. I could use wet wipes on the mat. Thank you, Lani. I do have some of those in this room. So, yep, that would be smart. I don't want to leave the room to have to go and do anything else. So I'm deciding which of these two I like. I don't know. They're both nice. All right. I'm thinking maybe I really like this one today. And because it's got the Lost Lagoon on the back, let's grab some Lost Lagoon cardstock. And that is going to be like a perfect match, right? So I'm going to cut this down. I'm going to cut it down ever so slightly because this is out of my scrap box and the edges are a little bit, they're not as smooth as I like them. So, all right, so I'm making this 14.3 again, and this piece is going to be my back, so it's 10. It's a card front piece, this piece. It has got a little bit of, I think maybe it's been not quite crumpled, but not quite straight either. But I'm going to cover it up, so I'm actually okay with that. And then let's grab in, grab this one, I think. And I'm going to measure this. This is, you may notice that I'm going to use a familiar card design. I often when I'm starting out with a set, I very often will use the same layout. And I find, and you can do a couple of different layouts with this, but this is 6.5 wide by 13.8 long. And I'm going to pop this. Now I can go to the left or I can go to the right. For a change, I normally go to the left, so I think I'm going to go to the right. Now this piece here, I'm going to make this 2.5 centimeters. This is going to fill in what's left over, and this is going to be the same width, 13.8. Okay, so if anyone needs to come back and grab those measurements at any time, that's them. All right, so I'm going to have, you can see this paper is a little bit darker than the base cardstock, but that's okay. It kind of looks really nice. Looks very pretty, actually. All right, so let's, I like the green on this side too. Oh, do we like the green? Do we want to go green tonight? And then, do you know what? Let's go green. I'm going to have a green moment from this same paper and give us a completely different look. All right, so let's pop that down. You put everything away as you go along. I don't know how. That's crazy to me. I have this like creative, like a, I don't know, it's almost like a trance come over me, and I've got to create, like create, and then when it's all over, I'm just left with this giant mess. But that's okay. I do sort of know where things, poor Bronwyn, who's watching tonight, she used to sometimes come and help me and help me get myself organized, because Bronwyn's a very organized, wonderfully organized person, and somehow she coped with my mess. But she used to say that she was amazed that I knew where everything was, which I do. I just, not when I'm in the middle of a live video though. That's when I lose everything. We're all different, and that's what makes the world go round, you guys. All right, so I'm going with the green tonight. I'm going to do that. Now, remember I said before, the colours in this are Shaded Spruce and Lost Lagoon, but there is also, if you look closely, some Pretty Peacock in there as well. And I think I know what I want to do with that. We have, this is another thing in the new catalogue. This is Pretty Peacock and gold ribbon. So I'm thinking this is going to look really, really nice with this. So we'll come back to that. And let me have a look in my scrap bucket. I may need to cut something. We'll see. I have got some, we have got, that's a bit small, but there's a vellum circle. Where are my vellum naysayers? The people who don't like me using vellum. Sorry, guys. That's just what I like to do. This is the size I was looking for. That would be nice. Now, I've also got in this little pile of scraps here, I've got some other bits and pieces, but I'm thinking this might be a good starting point. And then I think we're going to use something different. All right, so here, this is a new set of dies, and I have been using these quite a bit. I used them on Friday night. Who was here Friday night? A few of you were here on Friday night, and we used these same dies for this card to do these pieces here. And for this is the card that I started. Remember the blue one that I started the other night? And then this is what I ended up doing with it. I fussy cut out the little birdies from the beautiful Flight and Airy paper, and then just added a word and a bit of twine, a little bit of silver bling, and that's how that one turned out. So I haven't used vellum for a while. I've been trying to restrain myself, Leslie, because I know sometimes people think I don't use anything else. And this is the other one. This is actually my favorite one we made on Friday night. I thought it turned out really, really pretty. And that one didn't use vellum either. But I could have used vellum on this card, but I didn't. I chose not to. But I used those gorgeous shapes from here. Okay, so I'm thinking that we could maybe use a shape from here, and we could have our gorgeous shape over the top of our vellum piece. I think that would look really nice. What do you think? So let's cut this out. Now, what color? Will I go vanilla again? What do you think, guys? And here's another option. We have this already. We have this piece here. I could tie. Maybe I just go with this piece that I already have. What do you think? Will we do that? And I'm going to use Pretty Peacock ink because that's in the ribbon and it's also here in the paper. So what do we think? Would that be nice? Now, if I use this one, it's a little bigger, but that's okay. And I can, like I said, I can tie my ribbon through the hole here. So I'm thinking that might be rather nice. So let's grab my my Perennial postage stamp set that is here somewhere, that is under a pile of crafty stuff that I can't find. Here we go. Here it is. And I'm thinking, now this time I might use one that I have not. Have I already used this one? Let's see. I can't thank you enough. I think I've used, oh no, I haven't. The ones that I would want to use would be the bigger ones. So that You Mean the World to Me or I Can't Thank You Enough. And both of those are not yet on the block. You Mean the World to Me or Can't Thank You? Is that a blue in the paper? I think the blue is the Pretty Peacock. Because to me, Pretty Peacock is blue. Now, some people tell me it's green, but for me, it's definitely got more of a blue tone. It's definitely, I mean, it's somewhere in the middle, right? But that's okay. So I'm deciding, will I go? It depends on your wording. I know, right? It does. It is a little bit on the big side. I agree. And if I was to go with this one, it's the same width, but it's not as big. All right, let me cut this, and I'm going to go with this after all. And I'm just going to cut myself a piece. And while I'm here, I'm going to take Lani's advice, and I'm just going to use a wet one to clean my mat, because silly me forgot to wet my cleaning cloth before I started. But that's okay. All right. All right, so I've got a piece here. And maybe I'll just go with one I've already used. How about You're Simply Marvelous? That's rather nice. Let's go with that. Can't sleep, so you're watching me. Hi there, Cookie. 4 a.m. I know, that's pretty early, isn't it? You're going to get back to sleep, do you think, before you have to get up for the day? I hope you do. All right, I'm going to ink this up, and I'm going to do a better job this time. The first time I didn't do a very good job. You're Simply Marvelous. There we go. It looks pale. This piece, I like it though. I think it works. We're going to get away with that. Now, I'm going to grab my vellum piece. And I'm going to pop this on a couple of dimensionals. 1, 2, 1 and 2. And I feel like we're going to need some extra pieces. So I'll get to those in just a second. All right. So this is looking like so. Now I am going to add some more dimensionals behind this. 1, 2, 3 and 4. I'm putting them behind where the tag is so that you can't see them through the vellum, because they're not behind the vellum. Like so. All right. Now I did think about adding some, like getting some, maybe some Pretty Peacock, or even I would say you could, because there's gold. This ribbon is beautiful. There's gold in it, and it's really, really soft. And did you see how fast I tied that bow? That's because the bow was already tied on the end of the roll. And I didn't even realize that until just now. But wow. So clever. All right, so I am going to pop this on the glue dot, and I'm deciding where I would like my piece to be. I think maybe this side. And then let's get our... So we could use some Pretty Peacock glimmer paper if we wanted to add some extra like little like leaves coming out from behind here. We certainly could do that. I don't have the matching from this set. I think it's at Forever in Love or something like that. It's got some beautiful Pretty Peacock and gold gems. I don't have those yet. They are on my list of things. In fact, they might even be on an upcoming order, but I need to add something else to this. So, hey, Jolene, how are you? I know this Pretty Peacock ribbon is divine. It's just gorgeous. You avoid Mother's Day stamps? Oh, I'm so sorry, Lani. Do you know, I miss my mum too, but I am a mum, and so I still appreciate that Mother's Day still has its place, even though my mum's not here anymore. So that's just my personal thinking on it. Put the gold leaf around the edge. Oh, you could put gold leaf around the edge of the vellum. That would have looked really nice. Why didn't I think of that? Goodness me. All right, so I'm thinking instead, I've got some other bling here on the table under a couple of things. Here it is. These are the Blooming Pearls, and we've got Pretty Peacock. Those would look really nice. And we've also got gold, which would match in with the ribbon as well. So either of those two would work really nice. Do you think the Pretty Peacock or the gold? Which ones look better? They're both really lovely. Oh, that's nice, Jolene. How nice. So you've been at your daughter's house tonight. All right, I'm deciding which ones. Pretty Peacock, says Leslie, so that's what we'll do. So let me grab the big one here. Pop it. I'm going to have that going right there. And then I'm going to have another one over here and a small one up here. Like that. I do feel it needs something. I feel like it needs some sprays of something. Now, in this set that we just got our banner from, okay, this set, by the way, for anyone who's wondering, it's called Thoughtful Expressions, okay, and it does have a stamp set that it matches. I've just got the dies at the moment because I loved these nesting dies and these nested dies as well, but it's also got these lovely fronds, like little branches, and you can have these peeking out from behind this, and I think that would look really, really pretty. There is also in our, let's see, in our lavender set, do we have any? We do have some branches in there as well, so maybe that could be the go. I mean, we could do a couple of these, and I'm thinking that might be rather nice. So let me grab them, and I could have them in Pretty Peacock. I have Pretty Peacock glimmer paper, so that would look fantastic, and that's probably going to be my first choice. Or you could also match in any of the other greens in here as well if you wanted to. So there's a few choices. The glitter DSP? Yeah, I think so too, Jody. That's my pick. Let me just grab it. And it's beautiful, beautiful paper. Absolutely gorgeous. So let's cut that. I'm going to cut a couple of them because I wanted to make sure that we have enough to put around our card, even if I don't use it all. Okay, so can you see how pretty and glittery this is? It's very, very nice. Okay, but it's in the Pretty Peacock color, so, you know, it looks lovely. And we can have that. I mean, I could end up moving this little dot. We could have it coming out from behind the ribbon, or we can have it, actually, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to cut it down because I don't need all of that. So let me cut this one, and I'm going to cut it here, and I'm going to have a little bit of that coming out from behind here. How nice is this? Isn't it lovely? And why don't I just pop it in there somewhere? And where's my dimensionals? Okay. So one like this. And we'll pop a glue dot on the back of that. My glue dots are sticky and they just picked up some bling on their way past. Who else is a big glue dot fan? I love glue dots. Oh my goodness, they're just so useful. So I'm thinking that's nice. Now, we've got the one that we just cut down and we've got another one as well as a backup. I've also got maybe another one in here. How would that look? Well, that's coming together really nicely actually. They look lovely. So maybe one there. And I'm wondering, do we need any more or is that enough? Is that enough? What do you think? I could have another one going up here if I wanted to, or maybe just a tiny little leaf, like maybe a little like so. Yep, I think I do. I do want that. There we go. And they're all glittery and it's very, very pretty. That's okay, Shirley. We're just about to finish up. I'm almost done. I'm right on the hour tonight. It's 8:28, so we're doing pretty well. All right, so I am going to put that on the other piece of very vanilla thick cardstock that I cut before. And we're going to pop that on there. Doesn't it look nice? I'm really happy with that. And it's totally different. It's not something that necessarily looks like it belongs with the lavender set because there's no lavender. There's no purple. I've got a customer, I don't think she's watching tonight, but I have a lovely, lovely customer who's been around for many, many years, and her favorite color in the whole wide world is green. And I know she loves the lavender set, but I think she'll be very excited to see that she can create green, just green things, and it looks really amazing. All right, so how do we do? Do we like that? Okay. Let me grab my, I didn't end up using the painted lavender dyes at all. Oh, yes, I did. I used those ones, these ones. That's from the painted lavender dyes. So I told a fib. I did. So we've actually used a couple of different dyes. We used 3 different dye sets. Well, 4 if you count the vellum circle. But you could also do a vellum circle with a punch. You wouldn't have to have. And the other cards disappeared off the planet. But that's okay. You know it's here somewhere. What did you think tonight, guys? Did we like those cards? And do you love this set? I do. I just really, really love it. I think it's so, so beautiful. And I will find the other card and post it on my page tomorrow. How about that? So there you go. So we got through a few of our things tonight. Don't forget, for every $90 you order in Australia, you get a free celebration item from the Celebration Catalogue. The Celebration Catalogue, I think personally, is one of the best celebrations we have had in many years. So I'm very excited about that. Thank you so much, girls. I think I may have missed a couple of comments, and I'm so sorry if I did. Oh, you're very welcome, Lynn. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. That's not very nice, Donna. I'm so sorry. I know. I love these cards too, and I love this set. I think it's a great set, and as you can see, really easy to use. There's so many different things you can do with it, and it's not a challenging set to use. Some sets are a little on the challenging side. This one is not. This is stunning, and I think it's very hard to make a bad card with it. That's just a bold claim, I know, but that's what I think. Don't forget, guys, if you're thinking about joining with Stampin' Up this month or next, this glass mat that I'm using today is the current gift when you join. It is a fantastic special. It's not available to buy right now, but it is available as a joining special. So there we go. Reach out. Send me a message if that's something you're interested in. Love to help you if I can. Okay, you guys, have a fantastic week ahead. Tomorrow, for the girls that are in my team, I'll see you tomorrow morning at 10. And then Tuesday, I'll be back with Technique Tuesday with something new that you can learn to do with all the products that you already have. Have a great week, you guys. Bye-bye.